And we're back. So we've just done the basic setup for our new Ghost page where we're going to install the Kyiv theme. Now the next thing is to, modify it a little bit, and we're going to go through this. This is the final page that we want to get to. So the development site that I have created. And I'm just going to visually go through it from top to bottom to see what we have to change. And if we compare this page now with the version we have here, just going to go back to the design options, then the first thing that stands out to me at least is the color here. This is the standard. So Ghost always has something called an accent color, and this is a color that is repeated on different in different positions of the theme, of the Ghost theme, and it gives a little bit of an accent. What accent color stands for, I guess. It helps us to, from a design perspective, bring in some, some accents to put special emphasis on some parts. And in this case, it is used on a bunch of different things like the buttons, the footer here, the logo, and so on. And this, what is it, like a very hot red, pinkish kind of thing? It doesn't really fit the vibe of the theme. So we're going to change that. And I have a color prepared here. I just need to. It's a cool thing about an iPhone, I guess. I just have my notes all here, and I'm just gonna color copy the color that we've prepared, and then I can insert it here. And in order to change that color, we're just gonna go to the brand settings here, and you see here accent where it says accent color, and I'm just gonna insert what I have over here. Actually, that's a bit more complicated. It's already smart thing. I already entered that once before in a similar thing. So we're just going to select this one, which should be exactly the green that we have also used right here. And now this green looks a lot more calming, and obviously you can choose lots of like different colors. You could, for example, also choose more of a blue that I think also looks very nice. Like a kind of a turquoisey thing also works perfectly well. What I wouldn't choose here is kind of like a like an orangey or yellow tone, because the theme itself is already very much in that tone. So I would always use a little bit of a contrast there to just create more depth of that. So you could choose something like a lighter pink version, purple version like this. I think that goes perfectly well. On the lighter scale, you can just choose the entire spectrum of it. Apart from this looks a bit like it just, you see, like those creamy kind of yellow orangey colors, they blend too much in with the theme overall. So what I would choose is something that is a bit of a contrast, and in my case that is this nice emerald green that I've chosen for that. So this is already looking a lot closer to this here. And now the next thing that we want to do is to, where it says woman using a laptop at the office here, well, we kind of want to actually put an image in here, an image that actually resembles that woman using a laptop in an office, and not just a description of that. And in order to do so, we close the brand settings and we go down to the homepage settings. And these are all of the settings that you can actually use on the website itself. And you will see that there are lots of things that might seem familiar, like this. Nobody else is going to tell you a story. This is exactly what it says here. So if you want to change something like this here in the hero section, you could just come here and just say, well, this is a title, for example, and it changes this. For our case of Olena, the fictional content marketer that we have here, I'm just going to leave that here because I created that standard text for a reason. Same goes for the hero subtitle, which we have down here. Just say blah, 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 and goes here. What we are looking for, however, is this image option. And if you scroll down the list a little bit, you see an option called hero image here. And we can just click the upload button, and I will actually have to find the image that I have used here. I think it's this one. Yes, that's it. That's an image I have from Unsplash actually. And I'm gonna open that. It's gonna upload it, and it should be here in just a second. Ta-da, here we go. Now we're just going to save that for now. And it already looks a lot closer to this than before. I would actually say that the hero section we have figured out now. There's just one more thing I want to show you here, and this is the button. The button itself can be adjusted by using the CTA URL text. The text itself is now learn more. We could also just say buy my stuff, for example. So this would change the text on the button itself. And then you have a second option, which is the CTA URL, not the URL text, but the URL, which is the link that it goes to. Right now, the button would just go to the about page of your website. Just going to demonstrate that here quickly. So you see it says learn more, and down here in the corner, it's like a little thing pops up that says localhost 2368/about. If you click here, we're going to go to Olena's about page. She tells a little bit about Kyiv. And that works if you want to lead people to your about page. But if you want to send them to, I don't know, let's say a lemon squeezy, a Gumroad link or something like this, if you actually have a product that you want to sell, because product, service, whatever, because this is the purpose of this theme, to not be focused on publishing like most ghost themes are, but to focus on selling something, whatever you want, like actually having a service that you can provide for people to take the next step, to book an appointment with you, something like this. So you could just go here and I'm pretty sure I have a lemon squeezy. We can just insert any link here. This is now to the lemon squeezy dashboard, and this link would change now. So this is how you can control this button, by using the CTA URL text and the CTA URL. And you might be wondering what the CTA title and the CTA subtitle are, because we don't see them anywhere here. And the answer to that is very simple. This button is actually a repetitive button. And what we mean with that in web design is basically that a CTA, so a call to action, works best if you repeat it. If you have it, at the top of the page, and then you also repeat it further down on the page. And this is exactly what we're doing here. So this button has a second occurrence on the very bottom of the page here. We change this from learn more to buy my stuff. Now this one is also buy my stuff. And you already see that this section here has a title and a subtitle. And this is exactly what you can change here in the CTA title. You can just say this is a CTA title and this is a CTA subtitle. So, and now we're down here, and this has changed. So this is basically how you change this section and the hero section. And let's make another cut, because we just learned about the hero section and actually the CTA section down there by accident. The next one we're going to focus on is the one that is actually not displayed here now, but is already here, which is what I call the feature section. So see you in the next video.